it was a targeted attack. Can you give us any information about that? Have they told you who the target was, or given you more insight than they have the public?
I don't want to talk bad about them because these are some hard-working individuals, and I'm doomed without them. We're all doomed without them. This defund police is just a terrible idea. We're finding out that there's more than just my daughter and these children that have suffered. It's terrible to think that we can defund these guys.
No. Welcome back to my mental health and crime channel. My name is Huda London. This is for education purpose only. I hope everyone's having a lovely week. What does Steve Gonsalves mean by saying to find out that it's not only my daughters, it means Maddie and Kaylee and the victims who suffered, the others who suffered? Is he talking about the surviving roommates, or is he talking about something we don't know? Listen to this once again.
Sir, they have shared with us that it was a targeted attack. Can you give us any information about that? Have they told you who the target was, or given you more insight than they have the public?
I don't want to talk bad about them because these are some hard-working individuals, and I'm doomed without them. We're all doomed without them. This defund police is just a terrible idea. The fact that we're finding out that there's more than just my daughter and these children that have suffered, it's terrible to think.
Besides knowing the fact that my daughter and these kids, and others have suffered, who is he talking about? Pay attention to the black. Is it a SUV or Jeep? On the right hand side. Could that have been the vehicle that passed by Taylor Avenue? I doubt, because that was more like a truck that I believe DM, the stepmother, owns. I just wanted to share this picture with you. Did they both know Emma Bailey? I wonder. I've showed you all this picture way back in 2022, I believe, December. That's DM sitting on Jack Showalter's lap. They were in a camping trip. The other people too, I remember this picture, there are many other people who were basically in the picture. But you can see BF is sitting on Jack Showalter's lap. What if they planned it together? They both went to Boise High School, and so did DM. So we have three people who know each other from before. And I've spoken about this plenty of times in my clips, especially last year. The fact that Jack Showalter was the last person to actually see the girls alive. He even told them, you know they're going to get you for that, Maddie. That was a threat. Still nothing happened. He was ruled out. Kaylee's family, her father didn't like the fact that he was ruled out so quickly. It was kind of surprising. But guess what? Everyone was ruled out from the beginning. Bethany looks totally different with black hair. Could these two and DM have planned certain things that night? Maybe they were put in a choice that they had no choice but just to say yes and follow on with the plan. So these people know each other for many years. Anything is possible. Do they both have on makeup? They look like they've got a bullseye, but I guess it's makeup. DM is quite tall. I'm sure around 5'11". Wasn't that the description she gave of the suspect? Quite strange. Suzanne and DM definitely, can't say definitely, but if DM's timeline is right, which I don't believe, and if she lived in the second floor, that means they were roommates, both of them on the second floor. They shared the same toilet. They shared the living room. The middle of the house, basically, the most important place of the house. Why did Zan ask her father to change or to fix her locks? It could have been her room. It could have been the outside door. Could have been anything. What was the relationship between these roommates like? Really wonder. I've noticed one thing, without being judgmental or biased or anything. DM, his room seems to be always messy with clothes, blow dryer, hair blow dryer, makeup scattered everywhere, mascara, everything. I've noticed that a lot. Where did she actually live? Was she in the first floor, second floor? I wonder if this is a room, or if this is a room at her parents' house. So this had to be the party venue. It seemed like they were always having birthday parties or some kind of parties. And we know that all college students party. But the question is, this was a house off campus. Could the cab driver be right, who told the local news that he used to drive people here to buy rugs? How could they afford all this while they are on a student budget? Make it make sense. Look at the parties they used to have. I don't know if this is in some other house, but this just shows you that they were partying a lot. Is that E behind with the cap? If they were partying so much and if they were intoxicated, they wouldn't know how many extra people have just barged into the party. They wouldn't know. This is a college town. So any psychopath could have sneaked himself into the parties and could have got the layouts right, took pictures, including Brian Christopher Koberger, if he was guilty. This was the picture from the Halloween. Later on you see Maddie sitting on DM's lap, and DM doesn't look very pleasant about it. I think this is Kaylee's room. I love studying pictures. Pay attention to Kaylee's room. Everything was actually there. Isn't that Kaylee's room? Yes. The mirror was still hanging there. Pictures were still hanging there. Curtains were hanging there. The plastic plants were still hanging there. It didn't look like Kaylee was in a rush to move. And I really believe Kaylee was sleeping in her room with Murphy, her dog. Because DM clearly said she heard someone that sounded like Kaylee playing with her dog. And then she said she heard someone that sounded like Kaylee saying there's somebody here. But right before that, she heard somebody who sounded like Kaylee playing with her dog. And then she heard somebody saying there's somebody here. So that part the police think is Xana. But it could have been Kaylee too. But what I'm trying to say is I've always said, and I strongly believe, that Kaylee was sleeping in her room with Murphy. It doesn't make sense that two friends, no matter how close they are, or two sisters, why would you bother each other and sleep in a tiny single bed when you have a double king-size bed vacant and a bigger room so that you could breathe? And when I said way back in March, February 2023, when I showed you all the picture of what Saeed was watching, I always said it looks like somebody sitting on the bed. And there was red liquid on the bed. And it looked like somebody who had blonde, short hair. Always said it looks like Kaylee. But people told me not to just, how could you see so much in a picture, they were asking me. But then luckily, Kaylee's own mother and father came out in November, October 2023, and they confirmed exactly what I showed you about Saeed was watching, that Kaylee was sitting on a bed, on Maddie's bed. She was basically kind of trapped. The mother was right. She was stuck between the walls. The room was so small. It's heartbreaking. I'm sure the police have Kaylee's phone. That's what we were told in the beginning, or we heard rumors of that. And the Congalvis know exactly Kaylee's whereabouts because they share the family plan mobile thing. I've never trusted Jack D, especially after watching his injured face and injured fingers, which I saw first on my channel for so many months, over a year and a half. This man's alibi doesn't make sense. Neither does Adam Lauder. Neither does the Sigma Chi boys. Neither does Showalter. Jack D could have been upset that Kaylee was moving. If you go way back to my channel, you see and you hear the times I've mentioned from the beginning of this case why I believe that Jack D could have been involved. Crime of passion. And you have to think of another thing. Murphy would only keep quiet, wouldn't be keeping on barking all night. Only with the person he knows. And these are the two owners, Murphy. So if Kaylee's not there, it will be Jack D. The look Jack D got from Kaylee's father was enough to say everything. But I could be wrong. But Jack D's fingers, his swollen eye, the pictures I showed you all, if you'll keep on going into almost every second clip in my channel, I've exposed a lot about the 4chan, Jack D from the beginning, Saeed, the 3 boys from Banfield, surviving roommates. I believe there are many people who are aware of these horrific crimes. And I personally believe it was all pre-planned. Even if Jack D wasn't involved, I believe he knows exactly what happened to Kaylee and the other roommates. Maddie was moving on, and Kaylee, especially Kaylee. They were seniors. They were done with the university, almost done. Kaylee wanted to go and visit Europe for a year. She got herself a job in Austin, Texas. And it is a rumor that's been spread around social media by a certain creator that I'm really sure has done that Adam Lauder got Kaylee's job in Austin, Texas. I've researched that and checked that plenty of times. Since last year, Adam has nothing to do with the same job as Kaylee. They weren't even studying the same subjects. That's why it's important to check where we get our resources from. I really want to know what happened to Jack D's white cars, his pickup car and the white Hyundai Elantra 2011 to 2013 that allegedly belongs to his parents or his auntie or someone in his family. Where was he that night? We saw him clearly at 1:30 at the Corner Club. So where did he go after that? The white pickup car or truck that was pulling in the Corner Club when Kaylee Maddie and Jack S. were walking down to the Corner Club looked like his white pickup car. Why did he sell his white car a week after the unalivings? They're questions that you can't undo. You have to ask them, because this doesn't make sense. They've been together dating each other for 4 to 5 years, actually 5 to 6 years, on and off. What did Maddie say to Adam? Adam, Maddie, Kaylee and Jack D were at the Corner Club and Jack Showalter. What happened there? Did the girls know something they weren't supposed to know? Did they find out that the boyfriends or ex-boyfriends were caught up in something terrible that could have ruined their reputation and got them expelled from the university, so they did what they had to do? Could that be possible? And E and Xana always believe it is the Sigma Chi boys. It's going to be interesting to watch DM and BF be brought up to the witness stand. I would love to know what they told the grand jury. I'd love to know what they actually saw or what they didn't see. I'd love to see their face when they're talking, unless most likely they won't show it to the public. They will let them give their statements privately. Because all DM and BF have to say is that they are worried that someone will come after them. Were you sleeping on the first floor or the second floor, DM? What did you actually see? What did you actually hear? Did you hear Kaylee or did you hear XANA? What time did XANA and E come home? Did he speak to them? Did you see them? Did they have their own keys? Did they use the password? What time did Kaylee and Maddie came home? We know that they came home at 1:56. But did they knock the door? Did you open the door? Who drove them home? What does Adam know? Maddie, what did you tell Adam? I told Adam everything. What is everything? Kaylee seemed to sound very upset, very triggered. Something was not supposed to have been said to this young man, Adam, and it was said. Because Showalter, hoodie guy, said, "You know they're going to get you for that, Maddie." And they got Maddie, they got Kaylee, they got E, and they got XANA. I really don't believe Adam took Kaylee's job. I say that once again. Those are just things that are not facts that are coming from certain channels, and that's not true. Lauder has nothing to do with that part, but I wonder what was told to him that night. Did he tell that to maybe an organization that this could affect? Did he tell that to the university? Did he tell that to the bar owner who could actually be in some dodgy, funky business? Who did Adam tell? Whatever Kaylee and whatever Maddie told him. Steve Gongalves said it was innocent. Oh, there wasn't anything. Adam is just a bartender. So they were talking about Adam. But no. We need to know exactly what was sold to Adam. And who did Adam tell that to? Something is really wrong in these stories. Adam went home. His roommate is Jack D. They shared the same house. Jack D allegedly went upstairs to sleep, according to AKA Adam L. He himself needs an alibi. How could he be giving an alibi out for Jack D? This is strange. I wonder if this room is in the second floor or the first floor. Where was DM that night? She seems to be busy on her phone. That's how. Think about what leaked out from the grand jury, allegedly, that she and BF were texting each other. Wow. She's glued onto her phone, like all people her age. It's so sad. Friends forever. Somebody was definitely jealous of their friendship, their sistership. They had a special bond. Whatever bond they had, somebody didn't like it. And I really believe they had a deep bond as sisters, as families, because they've known each other from young. And especially the fact that Maddie didn't have a sister or brother. She had no siblings. I really feel sorry for her mother and father. I feel sorry for all the parents, but especially Maddie. His parents have no other kids. I hope we get the correct justice for them. I'd really love to know where Emily was that night. Emily is Hunter Johnson, his better half, his girlfriend, and Xana's best friend. Xana, Emily, and Hunter used to always hang around together, just like Hunter said in the memorial. And she lives only 2 blocks down. Where was she? Why hasn't she spoke? She hasn't even passed her condolence. Hunter spoke for E and Xana in the funeral, but Emily did not speak. I wonder why. Is Emily scared to talk? You could see Hunter was kind of giggling. Some people have just a weird way of showing emotions when they're in shock. I can imagine that. But his was non-stop. He didn't have much nice to say about E, except the fact that they used to play golf and they used to drink together. Where was Emily? Where was Hunter's girlfriend? When the 911 call was made by Hunter for 1122 Kings Road, was Emily with him? Was she one of the multi people that were heard on the 911 operator's call, yelling and everyone was talking on top of each other? What does she know? She looks a lot like Bethany Funk at times. Many people confuse her. But she and Xana were very close. And I hope she's called to the trial so that she can give us an insight about how well, how deep she knows Xana. And I'm sure she was at the Sigma Chi fraternity party that night. She and Hunter are everywhere. They wouldn't have missed that for the world. What is their alibi like? Please let me know in the comments below. I hope everyone's having a lovely week. Rest in peace to the 4 precious victims. May the correct justice be served. Condolence to their families.